All right, YouTube, what's going on? Matt Kennedy here. Welcome to our house series video, and this one's going to be more of an official explanation of the actual place I got. This is the third official video of our series. The special part about this video is you guys already know now I got my first place. It's going to be built. The time frame is a move-in for September. It could always be delayed until October, but hopefully it'll be September. Nicer weather, fall move-in, football season, brand new school year, brand new me, right? And so those details are disclosed, but the first two videos were very helpful. I talked about dual income, having kids, factors with your job that might affect your mortgage or other stuff. I went over just your debt to income ratio. I kind of went over a plan that you should make to, set aside a 2, 3, 4, 5 year plan of, how am I going to, save up for this mortgage? How am I going to save up for my first place? Whatever, right? So, but as we go into the housing market, the first thing that matters the most, in my opinion, is the location. I'd rather have a less quality home in a nicer city than a mansion in the worst city in the US. It's what comes with your home, the schools, the district, obviously the amenities in that district, security, safety, clientele, demographics. Like, you are living there. Your home is where you'll be inside your walls. But if I was going to live in the middle of nowhere, then obviously it's like, well, you're in your house, it's all fun stuff, but then what are you going to do for the amenities in your free time? So I invested in Avon. Avon is, if you're in Ohio, you probably know who they are. You've heard of them. If you're in North Ohio, they are a nicer suburb outside of Cleveland, and they are in Lorain County, and they are the best school district in Lorain County, 5-star district. They are number 22 in Ohio out of around 600 districts. And that's pretty good. I mean, that's, do the math, that's, plus or minus top, 4%. And when you think about investing in an area in Avon, when you look at any homes that are under a certain price point, good luck finding homes that are cheap in this area, because not only are you getting the premier schools and, you're getting a nicer area where there's so much, commercialization going on. This is called the Avon Commons. The place that I will be living at is, ironically, right here in the photo. It's right there, my mouse cursor there. And what's cool is look at all these places, Chipotle, Home Depot, and you had the Lowe's. Where's the Lowe's? Right there. There's Walmart, Target, Heinen's, Mark's, Costco, food places, Subway. You want to get a phone? Cool. I think there's a Verizon. There's a Verizon on the other road down there, but there's Verizon, T-Mobile, right? I think there's an AT&T somewhere too, right? Like, there's literally anything, ice cream. You have Mitchell's there, okay? No Dairy Cream, but it's fine. You get the point, right? Cane's, like, there's just really everything besides McDonald's I see here. That's, a staple point. Like, there's literally anything you can think of is there. And what's not here could be down these roads down here, right? So not only am I in the nicer area or nicer city, which is still a suburb of Cleveland, and Cleveland is right here. I grew up right here in Strongsville. So here to Cleveland, it's going to be around 20 some minutes either way, okay? But not only am I in a nice area, Avon, I'm at the nicer part of Avon, to where, even though it could be subjective, to where I'm by the amenities, the Costco, really the commercialization of Avon, the places and things to actually shop and do in Avon. You want coffee? There it is. You have a Best Buy, you have Dunkin', or you have Starbucks. Everything's right there, right? The attractions are there, things to do, things to shop. I'm not, running errands and, driving 15 minutes there, 25 minutes there. It's all, it's call it a mall. This is a big mall right here, okay? The next thing I'll say is, when you look at a place that's under 300 grand, we have some options here. Cool. Let's see when these were built. So this one, wow, 2,500 square feet. Cool. Whoa, I even have over an acre of land. Okay, the home was built in 52. Okay. Not saying that's a bad thing, but when they say it might be 3% to upkeep your home every year, that number could be on the upper side of maybe even 4 or 5% every year of upkeep because of how old the home is for just repairs. This one right here was $300,000 for a 1954 home. And then this one is 1956. Like, even though it might have, new siding or whatever, like, you have to understand that, like, there's going to be features in these homes where it's like, yes, you're getting the nicer area of Avon, but, for $100,000 more, I get a brand new place. And so that was kind of my thinking. Now, if I go to, let's remove right now the filter. Okay, we have no limit here. Okay, any price, apply. We want to have houses, townhome, or condo, and you want to have new construction. If you want to have new construction, my homes, which are right here, which are by all the amenities right here at the Avon Center, the shopping, okay, which is all this commercialization right here, okay. All these homes are all over $500,000. Honestly, more over $600,000. And this is, well, to be fair, some of these are big square footage, to be fair. But this one right here, only 1,750 square feet, 3 bed, 3 bath, $650. The ones that I did was around the high 300s. They are condos, 3 stories, 1,900 square feet. But I'm getting this is the only one that's brand new it's under $600,000. So how you're getting a nicer area is look at the inventory. When people say, Matt, there's so many, I'll see YouTube videos of 2008 crisis happening again. Oh my God, there's so many homes being foreclosed. They're offering 0% down. Oh, Matt, well, no one's telling me this, but I'll go on YouTube and see all these YouTube videos. 08's happening again. The tariffs, everything's happening again. And then you see a documentary. Do your homework, folks. Okay, do your homework. Here it is. Here it is. It's the biggest sell-off since 08. Block. All these people are literally, it's called gaslighting. It's called, they're throwing videos out there to almost scare the public to then get home. Like, it's just not happening. Like, they're trying to scare people to almost change the market. They're almost trying to make the market down to where they can then refinance their homes. It's not going to happen, dude. Like, what caused 2020 mortgage rates to drop all the way down? COVID pandemic. There was literally layoffs galore. When there's layoffs galore, what happens? A recession happens. When a recession happens, rates drop. It's what happened. Once the rates dropped so much, everyone became a buyer, not a seller. It made competition drive prices up 20%. This right here is what caused the inside job of what caused the 2008 deep economic recession crisis. You want to know what happened? I'll explain 2008 in 1 minute, okay? Banks took on mortgages they weren't supposed to. They literally took on subprime loans, which are loans that have higher interest rates. Higher interest rates mean that they have more money in their pockets. How can they charge higher interest rates? It's all a scam, okay? All you need to do is you need to trust me when I tell you that 2008 will probably never happen again. It was corruption, it was predatory lending, and it was corrupt. So if you were to watch this documentary, they will literally tell you, okay? So borrowers were placed in a position to where they could not repay them because the banks were taking them like, hey, we'll take you, we'll take you, but we got to charge a higher interest rate because of your credit score and your income. Okay? So after '08, the whole housing market and the regulations changed. Banks, Goldman Sachs, all these mortgage people, JP Morgan, this was corrupt. And we'll show you right here real quick. One more minute here.
All the incentives that the financial institutions offered to their mortgage brokers were based on selling the most profitable product.
They wanted profit. These people just cared about money. Even though the American people lost in 2008, the banks, people who were on the inside of Wall Street, they made millions, billions, because they took people's money. Because it was literally 2008 was caused by the American people. We did it to ourselves. It wasn't like, it's raining outside. Well, we couldn't really control it. We did this to ourselves because of corrupt banks and corrupt people in the mortgage industry. 2020, what caused 2020 was a pandemic. You can't really control that. It was a disease. When people talk about, tariff news, homes are going to drop, again, all this is just clickbait. It's, don't listen to them. Look what happened when tariffs got canceled to the S&P 500. Okay, it's already up 2% today. It literally jumped 5,000. Once tariffs got paused, it went all the way back up. The only reason why people are scared right now is because of the tariffs. But I guarantee you, I don't know Trump personally, but I promise you, I think Trump had inside trading, and him and this is what rich people do. He talked about tariffs. Go to last month, tariffs. Guys, I have a plan. Jim, Sally, come here. I'm gonna drive these stocks down. You're gonna buy at this point. I'm gonna then put a pause on the tariffs, and look what happened. All the way up. People are going to buy in, and then what they're going to do is they're going to get a freaking 10% profit gain. Oh, that's it? 10%? 10% on $1 million of stocks, you get 100K overnight. It's ridiculous. So all I'm trying to say is it's bullshit. The economy is bullshit. Inside trading is bullshit. Don't listen to the 2008 repeat. 2020 was a recession. It was. But it was caused by a pandemic that no one could control. When you see all these foreclosures or all this stuff, all it is it's location. It could be other factors. It could be just people are scared of the tariffs. But at the end of the day, until the tariffs actually go out there and actually happen, all you're doing is gambling like roulette board, black or red, right? You want to know what I did? I was able to cash in on this so-called buyer freeze. I got a mortgage for 5.99%. When you look at a 5.99%, which I got incentives to get that, and I got my closing costs pretty much 90% paid for. When you literally have a 5.99 interest rate versus a 6.5, that's a pretty fair difference, right? I could see, because today, if I go right now to mortgage rates daily, we're right now up to a 5.9. No way. We're above a 7 now. Oh my God. No way. When I bought mine, it was at a 6.75 normal. And I was able to go from 6.75, and that was this week, this Monday. I'm telling you, dude, I may have gambled. But at the end of the day, I think rates are going to go back up. I think the economy might go back. Because look, if you take the tariffs away, what is there to cause a recession? It's bullshit. It's freaking bullshit. China, that might raise the cost of some like goods or like some products. It's not going to affect, people's jobs. It might affect inflation. It might make homes go up because of inflation, whatever. Like, you need to just understand, dude, there was a buying freeze. But the buying freeze was because of tariff speculation and an '08 speculation. If people are actually educated and they actually understand that the '08 was literally caused by just mistakes of banks being greedy and just taking too many loans in at subprime levels, that's what caused '08. Don't act like it happens because of just, it's raining right now. Like, it was like they did to themselves. It was self-inflicting, but the government learned from it. So you have to understand, dude, don't fall for the '08 crisis. Don't fall. I mean, it's a 16-minute video here, but like, I hope this video helped you in understanding, like, you gotta just do what's best. And I was able to get over 38 grand of incentives, not money off my home, incentives to buy my rate down, closing costs, where again, I'm only paying $1,400 of closing costs. I was able to get my lot premium waived. I was able to get free railings on my home for a Craftsman upgrade. Like, they gave me so much shit in my home because of the buying freeze of like March was a very stagnant time. Everyone was holding their money. They're very scared. Oh, this, oh, that. I get that, but I'm not going to get the lower interest rates because they were dipping last month. I'm not going to get all this incentive money on a buying, So it's like, you need to do what you think is right. I saw the window was right for me, and I saw that, I'm not going to get all this incentive money if I wait. If I wait until the recession hits, the mortgage rates drop, like, COVID dropped to what, like 2.9%? Everyone then bought in. When everyone bought in 2020 or refinanced, the housing market went up in price because all the refinances, all the other stuff, is a buyer's market. Anytime it's a buyer's, anytime it is a buyer's market in terms of like buying now is really good, there's more competition. More competition, homes go up. So at the end of the day, America, you're waiting. Waiting for what? '08's not going to happen again, dude. I'm telling you. We'll go from there. Peace.